stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Paseo Academy's National Honor Society induction ceremony. Character, scholarship, leadership, and service are the key components of the National Honor Society. Please listen as Maria Jones comes forward to read Robert Frost's immortal poem, The Road Not Taken, as you consider these tenets.
Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both their mourning equally lay, and leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Thank you, Maria. That was beautiful. Justice Frost's poem tells everyone an individual must make his or her own pathway in life. In National Honor Society, scholarship, service, leadership help develop character. Your student today has met the scholarship facet. Now and in the upcoming year, your student will develop leadership and character via service projects. These varied opportunities will lead to a further growth as a positive young person, who today is just one important step from the rest of his or her life. As Frost's last lines state, I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. NHS inductees, on behalf of the administration, staff, and current NHS members, we welcome you to our organization. Thank you so much for meeting the first facet of becoming an NHS member. Mr. Walker will be delivering the welcoming remarks.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Ms. Robbins for dedicating her time and energy to this prestigious National Honor Society here at Paseo Academy, and devoting her time to our students in developing the characteristics of what it means to be a National Honor Society member. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity as principal of Paseo Academy to welcome our Paseo staff, our students, our honorees, and certainly our parents. For parents, without you, we would not be truly having this prestigious ceremony this afternoon honoring these inductees today. So parents, thank you for your guidance in support of our educating our young people. Paseo, as you know, as a performing arts academy, we not only stress the importance of academic achievement, but we also express the importance of the arts-based foundation of instruction. And it is through this arts-based instruction that we have these high creative expectations in the fine arts and also in the core content areas, because they support each other. Paseo's vision, as you know, is Paseo will encourage and promote the academics, creative, artistic, physical, social, and emotional development of all of our students. And here at Paseo, we expect our students to be artist scholars. An artist is one who professes and practices an imaginative art, one who is skilled in the fine arts of creating beautiful things and objects requiring a fine skill. A scholar is a learned person, one who displays the character, qualities, activity, or attainments of a learned person. As an artist scholar, our young people develop into young, mature adults with a creative, imaginative person of higher learning, a learned person who can create beautiful things. Congratulations to you today for that. It is through the arts that students learn both a mental and physical discipline, and they can apply this discipline cross-curricular, which means this teaches our children, our young people, to take intellectual risk, and in so doing being successful in all areas of their life. So it is the combining of both the artist and the scholar that one develops the qualities that represent the National Honor Society of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. So it's my pleasure to welcome you this afternoon to the 2013 National Honor Society inductee ceremony.
Previously, when I was helping with National Honor Society, we had always pulled someone from the outer community. But a few years ago, when I was working with the past sponsor, Mr. Harold Smith, who is also a teacher here at Paseo as well as I am, we decided that in-house was better for our special speaker. Today, it is my great privilege to introduce you to a very fine lady who has worked very diligently with the staff this year and also with me in helping me transition to a new age group that I hadn't taught for several years. Our featured speaker is Ms. Stephanie Kimbrough, who is a genuine, kind person. Ms. Kimbrough?
Thank you very much, Ms. Robbins, for this introduction. I almost didn't know who that person was. I want to thank you for this time that you're giving out of your day, because wherever you spend your time is where you value the most. So it's obviously your children. I want to thank Mr. Walker for this time that he spent and in his leadership, especially as being my first year as instructional coach. I want to thank you, new members and inductees, and former current members and inductees for this time, and of course, parents. What would we be without you? My pastor always says, don't hold the people hostage, strike fire, get hot, and sit down. So I'm going to take that advice and make sure I'm very brief. As a mature person, I always like to give advice to the people who are younger or coming up behind me, because we paved the way for them. My advice this year for the National Honor Society inductees is to be reflective. Reflective because it will give you efficiency as well as being thankful. There's going to always be times, there are going to be some ups and there's going to be some downs, and you're not going to know what to do. But after you come through, you need to be reflective, so when you'll know that you have stand and weathered the storm. The second thing is to be thankful. Make sure you focus on what is good, what is lovely, what is just, what is virtue, and what is a good report. Because there's going to be a lot of things in your life that may not be that. But if you keep your mind on that, you will be thankful. Not adversarial from your past, but thankful from the road that you traveled. Much like Robert Frost, and you're going to have plenty of choices. There are going to be good people and there are going to be bad people around you. Just make sure you're reflective so that you can make good choices on who you want to be. I thank you very much for this time, and you guys have a great day.
Thank you, Ms. Kimbrough. Truly, scholarship is a very important thing, but also leadership, character, and service, well-rounded and individual. Our current president, I've known both as a student and also in National Honor Society and Student Council. She is a very fine, kind, good-hearted person, and I have enjoyed working with Raquel Lawrence off and on for the past 3.5 years. I hope that it has been equally as pleasant an opportunity for her as me. She will be speaking to you today about what it is like to be a member of National Honor Society. Ms. Lawrence?
Hello. As a National Honor Society member, the first time we come in, our main reason is scholarship. We've been here for 3 years now. For the second year, we dealt with our service and character. We spent several times going to nursing homes and several hours making Easter cards for them. But as several of us are seniors here, we will be standing as leaders, not only here, but in college. We shall be leaving here pretty soon after 2 months, and we'll be giving the leadership to our inductees. Also, I'd like to say thank you to Ms. Robbins for what she's done for us. But also, last year I had wished good luck to our inductees. This year, I want them to understand that you need to be dedicated and you have to come. Dedication is one of the bigger reasons to be in NHS. We are the proud leaders of the school. And now for the new proud leader and our new president, Quentin Harris.
How everybody doing? Well, first of all, I want to welcome the new inductees. I'm so proud of them. They showed a lot of things to get here: character, citizenship, scholarship, and thanks everyone who came. Parents, uncles, aunties, doesn't matter. First off, first year of National Honor Society, I'm working with Robbins. I'm looking forward to another year here, staying, not going anywhere. My journey, it was a difficult one, a lot of peer pressure. I made it, they made it. I'm kind of nervous, but heavy on my chest. And like Raquel said, just come every Tuesday, starting next year. This year, it doesn't matter. We need you guys. So, I'm so nervous. Yes, well, thank you. Congratulations.
I would like to take a moment and introduce our current officers and then the officers for next year. Raquel Lawrence, our current president, please stand. Sarah Smith, our current vice president, please stand. Greg White, secretary, please stand. These 3 young people have given many, many hours to our organization. Without their help, I could not do some of the activities that we plan. If you would please have a seat, I will introduce the officers for next year. Quentin Harris, president, please stand. Kate O'Reilly, stand. These 2 young people will be filling some really big shoes, and I'm looking very forward to a great year next year. Please have a seat. We will recite the Nhs Pledge now, and then we will induct the new inductee. Please stand. I pledge myself to uphold, please say with me, the high purposes of National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Please be seated. And now we will induct the new members. If Raquel and Quentin would join me at the table, please. Kimberly and the other students will be lighting the center candle, which is the candle of knowledge. Inductees, please stand. You are now official members of the Paseo Academy of Fine Arts, members of the National Honor Society. I want to welcome you and I look forward to working with you starting on Tuesday. Please have a seat. Every year, this day is a very special day for us. In a way, it's a little sad because I'm losing my seniors. But in another way, I also get to meet other new sophomores that I may have known or may not have known. And every year, it is always a pleasure to work with your students. This program and student council, which I also work with, are two of the finest academic and service programs at Paseo Academy. And you are welcome, parents and guardians and other relatives, to come anytime that you wish. We meet on Tuesday afternoons in my classroom, which is room 138 on the first floor. If you would like to join us when we're doing some of our activities, One of the things that we will be working on right now is to prepare cards, as Raquel told you a moment ago. Every year we go to the Swope Parkway Retirement Center and we hand mentions. It is so rewarding to see the look of surprise on an older person's face who is not used to seeing students of this age. The lady who works with me to set that program up for us is named Miss Rita. She always thanks me because she always sees younger children, but never children's age. And she always thanks me that we come. We have also helped this year currently the Children's Mercy Hospital, Kansas City facility. We to take the seriously ill cancer patients. We were unable to visit them because we went in December and the hospital will not allow visitation by outside guests at that time. They did tell me that I could take the students back in the spring, and if all works out, I would like to take not only the new inductees, but our seniors and juniors who will be seniors next year to the hospital. It will be very rewarding for the students to actually meet some of the children. We do a lot of service-based projects. I'm sure over these next time periods of this year coming up that your student will probably mention some of the things that we do. Every one of them, I have always been personally thanked by people who work there. This year, I walk a little slower than the students do. I have a bad ankle. And I was still in the hospital when one of the guards stopped me. He said, Mrs. Robbins, I had a guest pass and it said my name on it. I said, yes. And he asked me what school we were from. I said, Paseo Academy at 4747 Flora here in Kansas City. He smiled at me and told me how wonderfully my students were behaving themselves in the hospital situation. And then as his last comment, he told me that in 1978 that he had graduated from Paseo Academy and was so happy that I was bringing our students to do things for the very sick children who are at the hospital. This concludes our presentation of the ceremony today. Today, we have a very special honor in which Mr. Aguilar, one of the music teachers, and they also will be doing the recessional music. And after the music has stopped, parents, you are more than welcome to come over to the art gallery, meet with your student, and have some refreshments with us. Mr. Aguilar? Students will be led from the auditorium by Ms. Raquel Lawrence, our current president, and bringing up the rear will be our new president, Quentin Harris. Students, please